Hi guys, in this video we're going to be discussing Terra Luna and the big news that's coming along with it, along with a new roadmap that is available for Luna 2.0. And I know a lot of people, they think that Luna is a great idea. Well, maybe this video will help you understand really what's going on and why Luna is such a dangerous coin right now. If you haven't already, do subscribe, drop a comment, and click the bell and get your latest news and crypto news. Let's kick this off, right? So according to some news that's going on, Kwon's Terraform Labs is accused of laundering $4.8 million via a Korean shell company. And that is honestly very big deal. And if you think about what's been going on with Terra Luna has been in so much controversy here lately. So if we're speaking about the scam that's kind of going on, I know there was another YouTuber or channel that discussed this several months ago, or last year actually, about how Terra Luna was a scam, and then we turned around and had, not too long ago, this huge crash, burn finale that's going on, right? I'm not a big fan of Terra going on right now. We made a video not too long ago talking about how it was a good coin, and it was at the time that we spoke about this, because at the time, is in every bear market, Terra had always done really well. But how it looks now is, even if this was a scam, of course, the best way to get kind of hooked in this would be the fact that, well, in the bear market is doing so good, then it would attract more people, right? So this is typically what's going on. But back to the news. So there's that publicized collapse, which everybody, even people that don't know anything about crypto, know about this collapse. Kwon has came out and said a lot, like, yeah, we're going to hard fork it, we're going to fork everything, this is what's going to happen, we're going to save it, we're going to save your money. And so many people, and even in the comments section, people were like, "Bye, what are you talking about? It's doing so great, it's doing so great." Yeah, not really, just wait until the news as we get into it further on. So reportedly, that this company laundered $4.8 million to the Australian Korean shell company in the scheme involving a blockchain consulting firm K that was based in Seoul. That is coming from a report by South Korean publications KBS News on the 30th of May. So the former developer for Terraform Labs told magazines that their past employer actually had ties to this company K, which was run under a borrowed name by Terra. So per the office staff, the workplace also titled Terra in the building floor plan, but has removed in the meantime. Okay, so obviously there's somebody there that is kind of linking this information to there, which is really bad news. And if you're really kind of looking at it this way, if you're really thinking, yeah, it's going to go back up, I don't think it's going to touch $1. I just don't see it. So Luna's dead. There's Luna 2.0, right? But I think it's trading at like $6 today. I don't really follow it, honestly, for this much, because I just see it as a complete mess, and there's no trust there. The research forum member, outspoken Twitter user known as Fatman, conducted some research confirming that there were links between the two indeed. So they said, Fatman said, quote, "Why is it interesting? Well, Korea's tax authorities reported that last year Terra sent 6 billion won to company K CEO, and it was reported on the books as other expenses. Hypothetically, if the two were one on the same, this would indicate laundering." KBS didn't disclose who company K is, but so let's find out, as many VCs will tell you. The surefire formula to a successful company is to name it a cool word and slap labs to the end. So tell me if this looks familiar. Pretty interesting, actually. They continued, or Fatman continued, KBS didn't disclose. Hey, it looks like the Terra sites, because they made by exactly the same people. Kernel Labs has not received online coverage in the West, and KBS admitted the name. A lesser-known Korean news site covered the link, but went under the radar. It's really looking really bad. It looks really sketchy. And of course, we see that him coming on and like, "Oh, I haven't slept. I didn't sell anything." Yeah, you sold Bitcoin. That's the big thing. It's like, so you really just cheated everybody. And that's what it looks like more and more. And being the fact that he's under investigation by Korea anyways for all of this, for Korea, and everything is just really falling apart from underneath him. It's just absolutely chaotic and bizarre. Other alleged transgressions. So this is Fatman Terra, a familiar source of leaks in the crypto industry. conducted in-depth investigations in the ecosystem, of course. So it's reported that Fat Man accused Kwon of that fraud through the Mirror protocol with the intention to benefit Kwon and VCs while manipulating governance and screwing over retail. That sounds about right, really, what's kind of going on. And because why care about anybody else, right? You got your money. Why not? Going deeper into this rabbit hole that Luna is right now, Luna dropped 66% in 5 days. Market players call out Do Kwon. Man, think about that just for a second. So the Twitter user Sasalux has token to Twitter to ask Terra founder Do Kwon if it's time for Luna 3 following the plunge of Luna 2, which has gone down 66% in just 5 days after launch. 66% in 5 days. How many of you guys were telling me that, like, oh, we're going to come out with Luna 2.0, it's going to the moon, we're going to save it, we're going to revive it. It's dead. You're beating a dead horse. Get over it. Come on, you know that. This is everything you already know. Recalled that, re-seen that, we knew that it was. Someone told me that, what was his name? Alex Becker, that he said to trade its dead corpse. Yeah, of course, trade the dead corpse. You're right. Of course, if you can make some money from it, why not? But of course, there's not everyone out there that, when people hear that, right? So even some of the hodls, some of the people that are going long term, if you try to buy in that, one of my friends actually bought in at like $1 when Luna started crashing, $2, and it finally went way down. He still lost a lot of money. So according to CoinMarketCap, Luna 2.0 is currently trading at $6.58. That's what it was, down from that original price of $17.80. It was launched on Saturday and has all-time high of $19.54. So since the launch, Luna actually garnered a number of reactions on social media. Here we go. Here's one quote. "We already got Ethereum 2.0 for the DAO hack. It's down more than 66 from the highs. Need Ethereum 3? Oh wait, it keeps getting delayed. Tradie dunking on Bitcoin, Bitcoiners on Ethereum, Ethereans on Solana, Luna." Okay. That's great. Just as soon as the Terraform Labs CEO airdropped the new token, Luna 2.0, into the user virtual wallets, holders rushed for the exits in an attempt to retain what they said they could. The new coin promptly plunged over 60% to $6. Guys, look, why are you buying this? Like, honestly, like, why are you like beating this to death? Where this dude is just like, it's like if you get robbed and you're asking the person to rob you again. That's what it's like to me. Like, oh, please take my money. Let's do that. Like, please take my money, sir. Nick, maybe shoot me in the face next time and spare me the pain. Like, whatever. So State of Terra's original token, LUNC or Lunk or however you want to pronounce it, right? Rebirth 2.0, of course, has been abandoned in favor of creating a new blockchain and digital asset weeks after that collapse. It gained over 60% to, oh, here we go with zeros, 0.00013 of a dollar, as per CoinGecko. Yeah, pretty bad. Classic price is 0.01, a change of minus 21.67% over the last 24 hours. When they wrote this, and yeah, the coins the capital here is what, 46,930,000,000. Yeah, so that change of 99.99% negative, absolutely horrible. It's just horrible. And you guys trust this person with your money? Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy for me to believe. So we have more than just that. So we have the roadmap that's kind of happening that they're telling about. So 2.0 validator outlines speculative roadmap as Luna price flounders. Yay. The first stage is onboard DEXs. NFT DeFi activity is supposed to follow it or could follow it as it gets adoption. And Luna has dumped 66%, what we were just speaking about. The blockchain is less than a week old, but in network validators, look, I want to stop. You guys got to get a grip. I told you in our Luna video when everything kind of happened, buy or sell, right? It wasn't a promotion video. It was specifically speaking about fundamentals and trading and kind of like opening your eyes kind of type deal. I don't push Luna. I don't push any coin. My whole idea is for you to really see the real truth behind it. And that's one thing that I want to share with people that a lot of others don't do, right? They just regurgitate the same bull all the others, but I don't want to be that person, so I really want to give you like a real idea of logic of what's going on. retold you, or I told you specifically, that it was really a big fumble. It could have been saved, like, kind of, like, at least a little bit, if people would stop dumping it. Rather it be a hack or a scam or whatever, like they could have been done. Following the fundamentals could have saved you a lot of money, and a lot of people don't do that. That's why everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's going down." They just see this huge plummet, and they're like, "Oh my god, buy, throw my money at it. Let me sell my house to buy this coin." But the idea of what they're doing with 2.0 and anything else that's going on is it caught so much hype, and what you're seeing, this like from $19 is 66%. People bought it in right when it got released. They bought in, it went up, and they sold. Like, if you're really serious and you're thinking it's going to be long term, you're getting played, and you are literally getting played, and they're using that against you. So may that it be you're getting played on this, and you're going to get played more. If it dropped to 6 and you put more money into it, it's going to go up a little bit more, and it's completely plummet out, because everybody sees it as a pump and dump coin. You're not going to see it anything else. And while that's happening, it's shaking up the entire cryptoverse. Everything. USDT, the stability, even countries that are actually wanting to like kind of adopt this now are really looking at it like, maybe not, because of this stupidity that's going on. So I don't blame everything on everybody, but I do think this Kwon is a clown that keeps playing people like you that are really just, that have a huge amount of belief and hope. And so it's not an attack towards anybody really, but other than that, now we have a lot of corruption coming into crypto. We have this coming in, and Terra Luna is one of those prime examples. These scams of these big companies, these huge corporations now want to come inside of this, which and that defeats the whole idea of crypto, is to kind of break away from governance. And I haven't even started yet about Binance at this point. I do want to make a video for you guys later on, and that's why I want you to subscribe, because I want to go over a few things once I finish doing a few research and give you some pointers about why Binance even is a big person to keep an eye on. And I hope you kind of remember this video, because if you're watching this, I'm telling you, Binance is going to get into a lot of trouble, and they're going against everything what crypto essentially stands for. As far as the decentralized unit, it's crypto's changing in that way. It's not going to be decentralized for long. And places like Binance with this is really pushing this to get further and further away from that. And when we're looking at Luna, when they're trying to say, oh yes, it's typical marketing. It's typical marketing. It looks like everything else in the world doesn't matter for a lot of these companies, because you're making them billionaires. You're making them millionaires. And a little sad little story, and I'm staying up all night. That's your job to do, because this is your project. It's your job to stay up all night. We don't need to hear about it. Do it. It's like, it's part of it, and that's a part of a sacrifice to be made. But Terra Luna 2.0 is really going in like really bad way. Look, Kwon will probably be arrested. He'll probably be trialed. And then at that same point, it's going to crash again in any moment. So it's extremely volatile, as if it more so than it was at the time of the crash. And it's getting worse and worse and worse. And except they're going to bring other coins, they're going to bring other companies, they're going to bring other people down along with it. So mark my words on that. So this speculative roadmap that they're speaking on, it's pretty much toilet paper at this point. It lost 43% since the high of $11 on Tuesday, right? 66 from the launch price. Dumped 12% in a fall to 6.4. I mean, look, dude, there's nothing good about that. Tell me, like, if you're making like fractions of a penny on this, you're like, oh, it's up 200%. Dude, like, come on. Like, really? Dude. Yeah, whatever. So that Tether co-founder believes Terra Luna's collapse could be the end of algorithmic stablecoins, and he's got a really, really, really good point. So it transpired an unprecedented level of scrutiny on DeFi's financial mechanisms, and inevitably brought the feasible algorithmic stablecoins into question. Yeah, not just us, but other countries as well. Trust in algo stablecoin teeters. Let's see right here. Quote from Reeves, right from there was at the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland. It's unfortunate that the money was lost. However, it's not a surprise, as an algorithm that backs stablecoins. So just a bunch of smart people trying to figure out how to peg something to the dollar. Very well said. And a lot of people pulled out their money in the last few months because they realized it wasn't sustainable. So that kind of crash had a cascade effect, and it will probably be the end of most algo stablecoins. Brilliant man. He gets it. He understands. Honestly, kudos to you, buddy. You're absolutely right, and more people will see that. Let's talk about the expert's take, right? So Jeremy Allaire, the co-founder, chairman, and CEO of Circle, the issuer of USDC, said that USD was a very high-risk framework for a stablecoin. Ethereum, Buterin, does not believe that algorithmic stablecoins are defective by design. He said, in quote, "While there are plenty of automated stablecoin designs that are fundamentally flawed and doomed to collapse eventually, and plenty more that can survive theoretically but are highly risky, there are also many stablecoins that are highly robust in theory and have survived extreme tests of crypto market conditions in practice." Buterin is a smart man too. We're kind of waiting from him to actually make something big. We're thinking about the merge that's going on, Ethereum 3.0, everything that's going on. Ethereum needs that to happen now, as well. So I'm kind of taking this with a grain of salt as far as actually making a project come to fruition. Anyways, so I'm going to kind of sit back and watch that one and see how that plays out. But I'm typically I'm a big holder of Ethereum. Right now, of course, I'm hurting and crying because of Ethereum's price, but that's just kind of part of the job, right? So either way, with that being said, Ethereum needs something big to happen. A lot of these coins, if they don't start popping out and really pushing these projects, they're going to the dirt. And right now, and this whole thing's not going to last long. I do believe that when we get into September, October kind of time, we're going to start seeing a big push coming in. Typically, if you look in the other time frames, that is going to be something of itself that really needs to get a grip on everything, because when it starts pushing this kind of way, when it starts pushing up, people are going to believe. Everybody needs to forget about really what happened with losing so much money in the past few months, losing so much money. Well, this is what we have for the news at this time. Let's look at the market altogether, right? So right now, Bitcoin is trading at, well, for the weekly, up by 4.79 and down by 6.42%. Ethereum is down by 8% for the day, 0.37. A bloodshed all across the board. Cardano is up by the week, actually 17.77%, which is pretty good, but down for the daily at 8%. Some good news about Cardano. They're actually thinking that it's going to push up next to Ethereum, but it's also possible for Ethereum to push past Bitcoin if things don't change. So it's kind of hard to tell. We'll, of course, make some videos in the near future regarding that. And for Solana is down by 12.14 for the daily, 7.94, still a bloodbath. Nothing's really kind of looking too good. If we're speaking about the up coins, it's kind of going in what I call the up coins. Ethereum Classic, 21 bucks. It's just everything's just red. If we're speaking about the daily, nothing positive. And if we go on down to the lower market cap coins, yeah, nothing is really doing too great, except for Waves up for the week by 92%, but down by 12% for the day. So we're going to follow that up. So that's all I have for you today. Do subscribe, drop a comment, and get your latest news in crypto. Thank you for joining me.